Okay, so since my original message, I have made some progress, I guess. It will power on now, but other than that, it still goes crazy. So here is the issue that I'm having with the gimbal. Just to show, right now I don't have anything hooked up to it. It's not hooked up to a receiver or anything. It's just standalone. And this just, I'm trying to run it on a 3-cell LiPo. So this is what it does. And if you look at the top, according to the manual I found online, that flashing red light means there's an error of some kind of, it's either a sensor error or a calibration error. Now, since I did send the first message, what it was doing originally was it did this for a few minutes or a few moments and then quit working altogether. I have since went to the Hobby King website and went to the page here for the gimbal, and under the upload files I found both the GUI and the profile. So what I did was I ran the Basecam software, and when I connected to it, all these values were set to 0 the way they were even when I read the values. And then I wrote the profile 3, which then gives us basically what it's doing now. And I'll go ahead and disconnect this from the battery. I'll go ahead and connect it to the software. And if I read the manual right, you're supposed to connect the battery and the USB at the same time so that it can properly see the motors. I guess the USB doesn't provide enough power. I'm going to tell it to connect. I think it's this one. And you can see that all the values changed. It read, this matches the profile 3. And I don't know if you can tell from the video, but right now it's just kind of pulsing. And I don't know if you can hear that. This motor is what's making the buzzing sound, and just from the experience I've had with brushless motors, this almost sounds like a controller issue. It almost sounds like it's missing a phase. I can't tell that there's any shorts in the wire, but it sounds like that there's only 2 wires plugged in when there should be 3. But if I go in here to the software and I watch some YouTube videos on this, some software has a disable motors right here. This version doesn't. But when you hit calibrate, it stops everything. And over here it shows the calibration. Actually, I'll try it one more time. It says you can do this 6 times. And you can see that it's calibrating. And this is the one that looks like it's giving me problems. I don't know why it's reading that way. It thinks it's, I don't know if it thinks it's spinning faster than it is or not. And as you can see on top here, we're still getting the flashing light. So that is basically my experience with it. I don't know if this is an improvement or not, but it is, you know, the motors are working now, where out of the box they weren't. So any advice you guys could give would be great. Thanks.